Anybody else tired of just being who you are and people, wherever you seem to go, it's just they're giving you mean mugs or they're sizing you up or they've got something that they feel like they need to say to you even though it doesn't make any sense at all. And then you've got people watching everything that you do, every single move you make, every single word you speak and utter. It's like you can not even just be yourself around these demons and these weirdos. And that's really what I want to talk about today is just how many weirdos we got out running about in our society, man. Whether you're going to the grocery store, whether you're going to the gym, whether you're going to the coffee shop, whether you're going anywhere, just out on a walk, even just going out on a walk seems to piss people off sometimes. It's like, man, you're just looking out, enjoying the scenery, and they're looking at you with this kind of contempt. And not everybody's like this, of course, but damn near everybody, damn near. These people just, they see you being content and unshackled and living your life the way that you want. And all of a sudden, it's like these weirdos can't take it, man. They cannot take seeing somebody that's doing themselves the way that they want to and living a fine life. And it's because these people are psychologically engineered. Mostly, a lot of the people out here are just so psychologically enveloped in the ideologies of our day and age that they believe that they've got to do certain things in order to fit in with the crowd. And you're somebody that probably doesn't want to fit in with the crowd or doesn't feel the need to fit in with the crowd. And, well, that makes you dangerous in their eyes. And it is kind of dangerous to not fit in with the crowd. You know, it is kind of a threat to be somebody that doesn't care to be along with the status quo. And there are some good people out there. There are some people that are going to understand what this is like, but it's going to be a select few, I'll tell you that. And the people that do understand have had it probably just as difficult as you have. And it's not really right to necessarily compare and contrast the levels of suffering because everybody's suffering is different and everybody's suffering has gone through with certain things. But ultimately, people that have gone through a lot of suffering have compassion and know how to show compassion to not only themselves but to other people. And the people that maybe have gone through a lot of trauma, maybe they don't know how to show themselves compassion, but they know how to be there for other people. And in some ways, being there for other people is like, I don't want to necessarily say it's a crutch, but it's an opportunity for them to be a part of somebody else's life without having to look at their own and at a deeper level. And I used to be that kind of person when I was younger. And it actually turned out to be one of the best things and skills that I had. But at the time, I definitely could have used some more insight into what I was doing and what I was about. But the older I got and the more I focused on myself, the more I realized how little other people focus on themselves as well. We're supposed to be learning from our elders and these people that have been in the business world or the companies for years, and we're supposed to believe that these people know what they're doing, and they might have a lot of knowledge, but they might not really be capable of demonstrating true competence or confidence. And a lot of the times it's because everybody's just so artificial nowadays. And if people want to stay at the bottom, you know, you are really going to be the only person that can save yourself, right? When I was about 21, 22 years old, and I got to get some fluids in here, guys. I don't know why, but I'm pretty thirsty today. So excuse me for that. But when I was about 21, 22 years old, And I started to realize the kind of man that I would need to become in order to do the things that I wanted to do. It was kind of nerve-wracking. But at the same time, I thought, well, it's better than being down here stuck at the bottom. And the more I climbed, the more I went to the top. And I wouldn't even say I'm anywhere near the top of where I want to be, but I'm getting closer and closer each day. And when I got there, when I got to a certain point, I was like, oh. It's almost like the elevation of self-development itself demonstrated to me that the higher you go on the mountain of discipline and self-awareness, the less people are going to be able to handle that kind of altitude, because they're just not ready or prepared for it. They're simply not ready for that kind of discipline, that kind of self-improvement. So it's all about how you view things and how you view life, and to see a certain perspective in regards to, well, what do you want to really make of your life? Because do you really want to be at the bottom with these people, man? Like, do you want to be at the bottom with all these demons out here? Demonic possession has completely taken hold of everybody. The average person, or the practical person, you might say. I don't like to say the average person because people think that's negative, even though I don't mean that to be negative. The practical person would say, oh, well, people lack morals nowadays, or people don't have a lot of morals, which is true. It's very true, and it is very practical. But if we were to look at the spiritual level, it's not just that these people lack morals, it's that they've allowed sin to completely envelop their lives to the point in which they cannot understand what is being put forth in front of them, to the point in which they've become so spiritually blind that they're willing to follow anybody and anything because it's better than trying to think for themselves. And that's really sad. It's really sad to see. But at the same time, there's not a lot we can do about that. There's not a lot that we can do for somebody that doesn't want to listen to the truth. And I'm to the point now to where I really just don't give a fuck anymore. I really don't. And it's not because I don't care necessarily, because I do care about my life and I do care about the lives of those that I care about, but I am simply done trying to play niceties with these weirdos and these demons. I'm going to speak the truth, and I'm going to be unapologetic about it, because I have no other choice at this point. I see no potential future in which me not speaking the truth is going to lead to a better outcome than speaking the truth, because I would rather see the truth being spoken and at least being heard, whether people feel it and respond to it and respect it, or they reject it. I would rather that than people to just have the truth linger in the shadows of despair. I would rather see who I'm dealing with and who I'm not dealing with by speaking the truth. And ultimately, this is going to put you on a path that is going to deeply entrench you into the righteous path and the narrow way. It's going to lead you closer to God the more that you speak the truth, and the more that you honor the truth and the integrity of your soul. Because you might, I don't know about you guys, but I personally feel, even though I'm 28 years old now, in physical form, I emotionally feel as though I'm in my 50s or 60s, and spiritually I feel as though I'm at least over 100 years old. I just I've accumulated so much understanding about the world and myself particularly, to the point in which I can be content and highly stoic in whatever I need to address for the rest of my existence, because I am fully aware of my place in the world and what I'm here to do and what limitless possibilities lie ahead. And I've already done enough to where if I die tomorrow or today, I still have the work left over to demonstrate that at least I did something with my life. At least I tried to get the truth out there and spread the message. I was a spokesperson for God. I was a soldier for God. But my work is not yet done, and I do not believe that God wants that to happen to me just yet, because I've got projects in the works. I've got things, I've got plans that are in accordance to His will. And so I don't think that anybody that is truly operating in accordance to God's will is going to be punished. I haven't seen it ever happen. So this is the time to, yes, be prudent with our tongue, but also be wise with our ears and stern but gentle with our words. Freedom of speech is under attack. Your jobs are under attack. Your livelihood is under attack. Your lifestyle is under attack. Men specifically are under attack. Women have been completely brainwashed to believe a certain thing about men when everywhere you look, it's just simply not true. We live in a patriarchy. Where? Where? I've literally seen men in businesses get denied promotions because a woman also wanted that promotion, and it would look better on a potential magazine for the state, which they actually did do this at one of the companies that I worked with. They actually put like, oh, new blank and blank such manager, because I'm not going to say who it is or what it is because they might still work there and they might still be doing that, but blank and blank manager new at this company in this state. Front page of this state magazine. Okay, maybe it wasn't the front page, but it was in the magazine within the first few pages. Why? Because it was Women's Month. It was women in the workplace or whatever month, and it was just, she got the promotion because of what she was, not because of who she was. And this is what a lot of people just don't seem to understand. The weirdos and the demons are the ones that get promoted in the world. The people that are actually godly, the people that are actually doing what's needed, and every single time, this is just a side note, but every single time somebody has gone above and beyond in the workplace, it's almost like they're expected to continue that kind of behavior. And if they don't, they're the ones that get slammed. They're the ones that get fired. But meanwhile, I don't want to say any names, but I want to say a name. We'll say Miss Piggy over here. Miss Piggy over here, because she's a woman who half-asses her work, goes to work late because of her kids, leaves early because of her kids. She gets to come and go pretty much whenever she pleases because she's a woman with a family. And don't get me wrong, that's good. I want to see women with families be with their families more, but to give a woman a promotion when another guy that I see, not me, another guy that could be going and getting that promotion, the guy that's there early, the guy that works hard, he doesn't always stay late, but he gets there early every single day that I see. He was the first one there every time. He doesn't get the promotion? Weirdos out here are getting everything because we live in a worldly world where material things are above the spiritual in the realms and the eyes of most people. Spirituality, true spirituality, is frowned upon, it seems, or at least people don't aren't even educated in it. So I'm not about to stay at the bottom, and I hope you guys aren't about to stay at the bottom either. Let's rise above these weirdos. Let's get what we deserve. We got to take what we deserve in this life. And with that being said, I hope this message was useful and insightful. And until next time, peace be with you.